All right, welcome back, you guys. We're here talking to Ernest Thomas. We're going to dive into this sitcom, 1976. What's happening? The sitcom that made Ernest Thomas, Ernest Thomas. How did you get that role as Raj?
Well, the casting couch is alive and well. No.
Yeah, give us the juice.
You do what you gotta do. Take your shower and say, God, forgive me. Right, no, but honestly, it was 200. It was about, they searched everywhere, all the major cities looking for that lead guy. And Glenn Turman did such a great job in Cooley High, and it's based on Cooley High. And God wanted that. That was for me, because when I saw Cooley High, I'm thinking like, how did he get that? Because I should have that,
Right.
And I was just perplexed, God, I don't understand this. That should be my part. So I'm in Chicago watching it, visit Cooley High, because I'm from Gary, so we go, the good theaters were in Chicago.
Okay.
But as God would have it, when I came to California, seeking my TV stardom, right? Lo and behold, they were looking for the lead for Cooley High, the TV series. Is God amazing?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay. He puts you where you need to be.
Well, you need to be. That timing, man. So, out of 200 people, a lot of my friends auditioned for it. I lost some of them because they got to start hating. Really hating.
It happens.
Yeah, and some of them I think were more talented. You know what I mean? But many are called, but few are chosen. You know what I mean? So, I think God chose me knowing what I would do with it.
Exactly.
That I'm going to enlarge His kingdom and not my ego.
Exactly.
And so, out of 200 people, God chose me. And it was just miraculous. It was like heaven on earth.
So you got that call. How was that call?
Oh my God, brother! Don't start, bro. I might start levitating right now. I might just start levitating on you. Don't try me right now, because it was that out of body type of experience, because it's one thing to pray to God for something that is so huge like that, a 1 in a million, that you get to lead, and a black at that time, even though they had good times, Sanford and Son, it still wasn't just the norm for that to happen. But it was like an out of body experience where they said, you have it.
Now let's talk about your laugh. I absolutely loved your laugh on the show. Yes. Now is that your own laugh, or is that a laugh you created just for the character?
I created for the character, but it's based on, it's derived from, derivative of my, like, because people say, oh, you really laugh like that. Not exactly, because like comedians love for me to come to the comedy store, because you'll hear me. That's how I am. I mean, but it's funny, and sometimes you're like, "Will he shut up?" But so with the what's happening was some lines to me didn't. They said, "Well, I said, well, this line is just didn't seem funny enough, And they said, "Yeah, but Raj thinks it's funny."
Oh yeah.
All right.
So you're not laughing as Ernest Thomas. So you gotta. So then, when I would do that live, no matter how lame that joke was, because he was, geeky, nerdy, he would say something, so he said, ah!
But it would make it funny.
The whole audience would start laughing. Now later you got Shaquille O'Neal, and you got Method Man, you got Redman, you got Tupac Shakur, the hip hop. They just love, they just love you to death. From Queen Latifah on down. I could not believe that. It means so much to them. And Tupac just grabbed me, man, just would not let go. So you don't know, man. You have no idea that one little laugh or the dance,
those little things that just impact people. Huh?
Yeah.
Now in the 70s, growing up, you were in the 70s, you're a young black actor. Did that change you? Like when you knew, okay, I'm on television, my friends see me, my family see me. How did that change you? Did it change you? You didn't get big-headed? You have to keep yourself humble. Growing up in church, I know you had to really...
Yeah. I think there was, I think it was several things going on. I think there was ego, and then there was also where you're trying to people please.
Yeah.
Because there's one part of you saying, God, am I worthy of all this? And you felt sorry for the friends who auditioned for it and didn't get it, and the friends who don't have the money you're making, you're trying to buy them now, you're trying to give out gifts, and then the other part is when they attack you, you get the ego. You know, like I am what I am. You know what I mean? You know, so you know, go to hell. You know, because of that. So it was that thing, and you learn later if you can, in hindsight, to balance. You know. Of that.
Now, it was rumored that Mabel King, who played Mama, that she left the show after season 2 because she didn't feel that the show represented the black home, basically the black family, because there was no father figure in the house. Do you feel the same way, or how did you feel about that?
No, I didn't. I definitely didn't agree. It was like the third, I think it was the third year. She wanted more control of it, and she had good points, you know, because it was her idea in that one scene where I become the man of the house, and I said, Mom, she didn't want me to work, and I said, I'm the man of this house, damn it, you know. And I didn't want to say that. I wouldn't say that to my mother, you know. And she said, no, you gotta, you know, you gotta say this, you know, because you're becoming the man of the household. So, and there were times she would say, you know, no, my son wouldn't say this. So she had good points, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I don't believe that it was derogatory. Because you got rappers who are very, very much, you know, Afrocentric. Yeah. And they would not be into the show after all these years if they thought that, you know what I mean? I think Mabel, she had strong opinions. You know, very strong and super talented. Super talented. But she wanted control. And you can't tell a Bud Yorkin. You know, you got Bud Yorkin who has All in the Family, Good Times, Sanford and the Son, Maude, you know what I mean, Jeffersons, that no, I want to run it now.
Right. There was also some speculations that Fred Berry became a little difficult on the set, and he basically wanted to demand more money.
He did, and God bless him, he made amends before he passed away. But Fred was, he made it quite difficult. The people whispering to him, you know, you're the star of the show. Without you, you know. So the Fred that I knew when we started out, who was like a brother to me, all of a sudden became like Ern Baron. You know, if it wasn't for me, there'd be no show. You know, it's the fat. It's the fat person. You know, I'm the star of the show, and people were whispering to him, so he really believed it. To the point he just said, if I don't get what I want the whole thing canceled. You know.
So that was a true reason why the show actually did get canceled?
No, the ratings were down. It's debatable, you know, because I know that he was giving them problems in like he won his $1 million deal and it was all on MTV and they were thinking about, but actually they extended, but that was what's happening now, where they extended it. But what's happening now, I think it was really low self-esteem, you know what I mean? That he didn't realize how brilliant he was. Fred was a brilliant comedian, brilliant dancer, but it's an ensemble. I never said I was a star of What's Happening. Not one time in any interview, even though my name is the lead, I never, Shirley Hemphill would say that. Or Ernie's the star of the show, my whole body would tighten up.
Did you feel like, I mean, even though you never said it, did you feel like, look, this is my show, I'll run this?
No, I just feel like if it's anyone gonna be saying that, though, it should be me.
Right.
But I would not say that.
And you don't feel that way?
No, I felt that everybody, without Haywood, there be no. Dwayne had to make me look good. D makes right. We all make each other.
Right.
Every component went to the funeral. A lot of people didn't want to go to the funeral because of that.
So people didn't want you to go?
They did not want me to go. Their friends called me, how can you go to his funeral after what he did? So
they blamed him for?
They still had grudges, resentment for what had happened in the past. And I said, he's dead. He's gone. And I said, he made amends. You know, and if he hadn't, his son called me and asked me to come. I did.
The third season, the show was canceled.
Yeah.
How did that change you as far as, you're on TV, you're the star?
Woo, brother. It's a lonely place. I would not wish for anyone because at that time, well, it still is. If you don't have a show, the same entourage and all those followers and little worshipers and all of a sudden you have like a disease, the no having TV show disease. You know what I mean? So and you can see it. You know, as before, you know, you're not funny all the time. You say, ha ha ha. You can't even get the word out, the joke out. They're laughing. Exactly. Now, as soon as you start talking, Ernest, I'm in a hurry. I gotta go. I got. But before they had time because they knew there was money there. Right. They know. Ernest, can you loan me a couple $100? So, but now with the show ending, that was what was hurtful to see your friends. Not fans so much, but friends. Right. Friends and some family members change, you know?
Exactly.
Okay, so let's fast forward 6 years later to what's happening now. How did the spinoff of that show come about?
Well, you know, I was blessed to meet Muhammad Ali, and because even though I say Lord Jesus, and I was Muslim at one time as well. I was into Judaism, I was in everything, but so, and I don't knock any, and Ali truly is, you know, one of the best human beings that walked the earth, and I was at that time when the show was canceled, you know, in '82 I met him, and he heard me complaining. He says, you should stop complaining, you know, and be thankful and grateful what God has given you, that out of millions of people, God chose you. You know, for this show. And when people see you, they're laughing, they're smiling. So write another show, you know. And so, and I said, well, I can't get an appointment. You know, he said, what appointment? You don't need an appointment. That's what you got. That's the rule. He said, there are no rules. Right. You know what I mean? As long as you're not hurting anybody, there are no rules. Right. And so that's when I wrote a treatment for what's happening and went there unannounced and said, hey, I'm here to see the president of the television company, Columbia, and that. You
guys actually brought in some new characters. One being the famous Martin Lawrence.
Martin Lawrence, his first show ever.
Now, with him being on this one, would you think that he would be as big as he is today? I mean,
not like that. No. I mean, he was a great comic. Though. Okay. I mean, because I would go to the Comedy Store and he would audition, and he got turned down every time. Oh, did he? They chose me. Actually, I was the one stand up, and I'm like, wait a minute, I know. I only had 15 minutes. Right. Martin had an hour, and somehow Missy, I don't know, she just would not, you know, but. It's seeing him be this big superstar now. No, I didn't see that. I saw a kid who's going to be a great comic, but I didn't see but he had that desire, and he has great memories. He remembers stuff, but he will not archive it and put it down so I can have it in my book. You know what I mean? He'll tell people like, I said, no, I need you to write it down exactly.
And then you actually appeared in one of the episodes of his show,
Prince Uche. Uchi.
Prince Uchi.
That was his way of paying me back. He said, you don't have to audition. You know, this is perfect for you, Nigerian prince. And every time he was calling, are you okay? You all right? Y'all understand? This is a legend. Yeah, this is the man that started it all. You know, for him. You know, not that I started it, but for him, that was like, because I encouraged them when no one else was doing that. You know, because even at that time, Eddie Murphy wouldn't even take a photo with him. Oh, wow. Yeah, so he was complaining. Now they're close, but at that time, he was complaining. He said he had met Eddie, and Eddie said, no, I don't do but now they're tight, so you know, I just believed in him. I thought he was a good kid.
So you say paying him back. So did you actually bring him onto this show, or did he have to audition?
No, he auditioned for it. Okay. It's just that a lot of the cast was not gung ho for him.
Oh, okay.
With all due respect, they just weren't Martin. So there was a clashing between.
But that was his first show. So was it just not the audition, or wasn't they?
I think they just didn't want a new person involved.
Change.
Yeah, someone else taking the light away from them. Yeah. You know, so it didn't bother me. So he wrote for my book. He wrote this beautiful endorsement, man. How that I stood up for him and it's I can't even, I won't do it justice by trying to describe, but it's so beautiful what he said. Yeah.
Right. All right. With that note, we're going to go ahead and take a break, and we'll be right back after this. You guys, stay with us.
Let's go. Up next, Ernest spills it on a trivia challenge and answers fans' video messages. Stay tuned.